जे तू ना फड़दा.
This is a bad start that I have it in my hand. If you guys see it shaking, it's just I'm nervous. Okay, so thank you, Jai Guruji, everyone. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Okay. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak and share my experiences. I'm going to read a little bit just because my mind and my feelings, I want to make sure you all get to it. So I'm going to start with this. 3 weeks ago, my friend in India told me, Guruji wants you to share your experiences with Satsang. And I'm like, no, I can't do that because I'm not a person, I'm a shy person, I get nervous, as you can see. But that was it. Then I come to the temple, see my auntie. I don't know who she is, but she comes and says, you have a satsang to share, and you need to share the satsang. So I very humbly said, no, I don't want to do that. And she asked me twice, as last as today in the morning. And I said yes, and I don't know how I said yes, but I said yes, and here I am. My journey with Guruji started about 10 years ago, if I want to give it a time frame. Otherwise, I would say it's a lifelong journey for all of us. It's in India, at Baramandir and Chota Mandir where I started. Going, each time I would go to India from here, my auntie would take me to these temples. She has been with Guruji since his hometown. And each time I would go there, I would have an experience. I would talk about smelling roses, or his swing outside his room moving, or getting me his pictures, or bracelets, or pendants, and whatever it might be. But he would make sure his presence was felt with me. There were so many incidents, but let me be a few specific ones. 2 years ago, I lost my father in India. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. A few of you will resonate with that, as we all live so far away and it's difficult to get a closure. And I was broken. Once again, my aunt took me to Chota Mandir. There were only 3 of us out there. Comes a lady who sits down. Mind you, I hadn't cried till that time because I just didn't know how to cry. I sit down at the temple, 15 minutes down, the woman sits down and she starts talking to me and says, Guruji is saying I should sing for you, and I want to sing for you. And she started singing, and it was so soulful that if I think of it today, I still get goosebumps. She sang with her heart and soul, and I cried like a baby. Did I cry that day? She tells me, she did an ardas for me, and she's saying, I hear you, you are not alone. And the ardas, in my language, what she says, that Guruji is saying that I'm here for you and you're not alone. And I cried again. She tells me, I have never done this before, but he wanted me to do so. She says, my name is Sonia Aurora, and please come for a satsang tomorrow. I came back to this with this amazing, humble experience and thankful to Guruji to show me his presence. This whole journey of last year, as we all have been through it together, for me and every one of you has been a very difficult and yet a very miraculous experience. Every day that we go to the temple is an experience for me, and I'm sure for all of you. It's not one thing I can be thankful about, it's so many things. Honestly, I work in a hospital and I come back, get my scrubs done, and hot water hits my body. I'm so thankful for that day. And I'm so thankful for making through the day with a strong and healthy mind and body. We all survived COVID, we all are here. That's a miracle. We are healthy, we have wisdom to be grateful. The essence of gratitude is miraculous. I can speak about this as I saw people dying. I saw bodies lined up in corridors. I saw fear in my patients' eyes. I saw tears in families' eyes that they could not say goodbye. I saw pain, I saw darkness overshadowing all of us, but we all made it. With that behind us, here we stand, sharing these beautiful moments, giving hope and light to others. I get dressed every morning, hoping to make a difference in someone's life, in whatever way that might be, by just holding someone's hand and said it will be okay. That's a miracle, and that's a satsang I live every day. I tell Guruji, I surrender. I surrender to you and give me hope to go on every day, one step forward. And he gives me strength. I started coming to this temple just about a month and a half ago. I'm very new. About 4 weeks ago, since there has been so many experiences that words can't do justice. I told Guruji, I can't take this fear and anxiety of seeing so much at work. I don't want to take Xanax anymore because I don't want to be dependent on it. And people who don't know, Xanax is just an anti-anxiety medication. That to me, I told him when I was sitting right there at the end, and it's been 3 weeks I have not taken that medication. I go to work and I come back and I still have hope. That to me is miracle. Troubles are part of life, but I ask Guruji, please give me strength and wisdom to go through them. Please give me patience and courage to put a smile on my patient's face. 3 weeks ago, a friend of mine in India told me, invite Guruji to your house, and it made me think, that's a concept also. But he said, do that, okay. So I was sitting right up here in front, and he said, invite him for chai, okay. And I'm sitting here talking to him. I said, Guruji, please come and have tea with me tomorrow morning. Some people might think here I'm losing it, but then I'm sitting, what am I going to make for you? I have no family, they were traveling. I said, oh, I don't have cookies, I don't have food, I have nothing. I had no food in the house. I said, okay, never mind, I'll make paranthas for you. Thank God I had atta, right? And I made paranthas next day, 8:30, I was dressed, my chai was ready, I made paranthas, and I think he was sitting there, and I had a whole conversation with him. I laughed, I cried, I had tears rolling down my eyes, and I cried. Thank God my family was traveling, they must have thought I've lost it. But all my paranthas had so many ohms, signs on them, that I don't even think I can count. That's faith, and that's hope for me. But I know he was there. I felt his energy. I know when he left, it was just a beautiful experience. My daughter, just to come to another topic, my daughter has a bleeding disorder. She's been bleeding now for 4 weeks. My friend in India tells me, Guruji mujhe keh rahe hain ki usko pani pilao, and I didn't understand what that means. So I was sitting here and that came to me. I asked another uncle ji, I said, I don't know how to do this. He said, aap Seema aunty se baat kariye. I come to Seema aunty, she says, aap mere saath chaliye. She gives me a lota, blesses it. I take it back home and my daughter has been drinking that water. And I can say that it hasn't stopped, but it has stopped. It has decreased considerably. To me, every bit is a blessing, and I will take that. So, I'm sorry, I'm losing my words out here. Lastly, I would say, Seema aunty, my last experience was here on Baisakhi. I saw some videos which were distributed in our email. And I saw this video where Guruji is sitting on his gadi and hundreds of people were walking by him. He would look at them and might not look at them. I have to confess that made me very sad. I told Guruji that so many people are coming to you with so much hope and faith, but why don't you look at them? Why they don't know if you looked at them? They don't know if you acknowledged them. I felt sad, and I said, I want some answers. I want to hear what your thought to this is. I know you saw them, but I don't know if you saw me. So I come here to the mandir, and it was 7:24, I still remember. I came 4 or 5 minutes early, and I sat back there, and Aunty ji comes to Seema aunty and says, Aaj jyot kaun jalayega? And Seema aunty looks at me, ye jalayegi. She doesn't know me. And I look behind my shoulder, who is she talking to? She says, no, tum jalaoge. And I started smiling, and this was Guruji telling me, you thought I don't notice people, I notice all of you. Even if you've just come to the mandir 40 days back, I notice each one of you. I know all of you who are here. So You know, no matter that I've been associated with the temple for just 45 days, and no matter I sit in the corner out there, he sees everybody. He sees everybody who's here, who's not here. He sees it all. Today, everybody in India, in my household, has COVID. Each one of them, including the staff, everybody is suffering. I'm sure many of your family members in India might be suffering. All I say is have hope and trust and believe, because I know he is looking after us. And when I'm saying, if you have a question for him, ask. Whatever question it might be, ask him that question, because he will answer. All we have to do is listen. And just listen, listen very carefully, because he will answer all of us, because he does to me. I pray for everyone who I meet to never let them give up hope. It's been said, hope makes the world go round, right? Let's spread hope vigorously. Let's believe in him fiercely. Let's be grateful, and lastly, surrender to this beautiful energy of Guruji. Jai Guruji. Shukrana Guruji.